Coincidentally, when the Devas and Brahmas made their entreaty to Setaketu, the lifespan of human beings was in a 100-year reign. Thus, Bodhisattva Setaketu Deva came to see the right time clearly and decided, "This is the most propitious time for me to become a Buddha." Then he investigated the island continent, which serves as the place for the appearance of Buddhas. There are 4 large island continents, each surrounded by 500 smaller islands. Of these, one, which is called Jambudvipa, as it is distinguished by a jambu tree growing on it, it was discerned clearly by the Bodhisattva as the only island continent on which previous Buddhas had appeared. Then he went on investigating thus. This Jambudvipa is extremely vast, measuring 10,000 yojanas. Where did former Buddhas appear in this vast expanse of land? Then he saw Majjhima Desa, the middle country, in Jambudvipa as the place for the appearance of ancient Buddhas. Majjhima Desa, the middle country, is demarcated on the east by the Great Sala tree, east of the market town of Kajangala, on the southeast by the river Salavati, on the south by the market town of Setakanika, on the west by the Brahmin village of Thona, on the north by Usiradaja mountain. The middle country, having the said 5 demarcations, is 300 yojanas in length and 250 yojanas in breadth, with a circumference of 900 yojanas. Regions outside this boundary are called border areas. Only in Majjhima Desa do omniscient Buddhas, Pasika Buddhas, chief disciples, 80 great disciples, universal monarchs, and powerful, wealthy Katiya, Brahma, and Garbhati clans live and prosper. In the middle country was situated Kapilavatthu, the royal city of the kingdom of the Sakyas. Bodhisattva Deva Setaketu decided that he should be reborn in that royal city. Investigating the family in which the Bodhisattva in his last existence should be reborn, he clearly perceived the former Bodhisattvas in their respective last existences belonged neither to the merchant class nor the poor class. They were born only in a royal or Brahmin family, whichever is considered superior by the people of the period. At the time when people show the highest honor to the ruling families, the Bodhisattva is born in their class. At the time when people do so to the Brahmins, he is born in one of their families. The present time witnesses the aristocrats being honored by the people. I should be reborn in one of these families. Among them, King Suddhodana of Kapilavatthu is direct descendant of Mahasamata, the first elected primeval king through an uninterrupted Katiya lineage of pure Sakya clan. This King Suddhodana of pure noble birth shall be my father. Finally, he investigated as to who should be his mother in his last human existence. He clearly perceived the royal mother of a Buddha is a paragon of modesty and chastity. She never indulges in liquor or intoxicants. She has accumulated merit and fulfilled perfections throughout 100,000 eons to become the mother of a Buddha. From the moment she is born as the future mother of a Buddha, she continuously observes and upholds the 5 precepts without any breach. Sri Mahamaya Devi, the chief consort of King Suddhodana, is fully endowed with all these qualities. Thus, this chief queen Sri Mahamaya Devi shall be my mother. Then, investigating further the remaining lifespan of Queen Sri Mahamaya, he perceived clearly that she had only 10 months and 7 days more to live. The consents given to the Devas and Brahmas. In this way, after making the 5 great investigations, the Bodhisattva Devasetaketu resolved, I will descend to the human abode and become a Buddha. Having so resolved, to the Devas and Brahmas from the 10,000 world systems who had assembled to request him, the Bodhisattva gave his consent thus, O Devas and Brahmas, now is the time for me to become a Buddha as requested by you. You may now take leave as you please. I will go down to the human abode to attain Buddhahood. After delivering his pledge and bidding farewell to all Devas and Brahmas, Bodhisattva Devasetaketu entered Nandava celestial garden, accompanied by Tustya Devas. Nandava Garden. An account of Nandava Garden will be given here as described in Nandavagga, etc. of the Sagatha Vagga Samuyata commentary. Nandava Garden is so named because it gives delight to all devas who visit it. Each of the 6 planes of the Deva world, all these gardens give the same delight whether they belong to the lower or upper celestial planes. Therefore, only the Nandavana garden of Tavatimsa abode is described in detail in the texts. This Nandavana garden is a pleasant, splendid place with all kinds of precious celestial trees, flowers, pavilions, vehicles, and a variety of enjoyable things which are enchanting, marvelous, or inspiring to the worldling. It is a true garden resort where devas can amuse themselves with singing, dancing, and other entertainments presented by dancers and artists of various ages, various beauties, various voices, various forms, and of various colors. Each troupe of performers tries to rival and outplay another by providing freely all kinds of sensual pleasures to those who come from all the 4 quarters. This Nandavana garden, considered by Deva to be a great adornment in all its splendor and auspiciousness, stands as the most charming resort, and those entering it to seek the 5 pleasures of senses, enjoyable sights, enjoyable sounds, enjoyable scents, enjoyable tastes, and enjoyable touch, are all delighted and satisfied. This Nandavana garden is also a place of solace to those devas who are nearing the end of their lifespan. The 5 portents of impending demise which warn them of the coming fate inevitably appear then. Many devas break down, sobbing and grieving at their imminent predicament of losing the blissful life forever. But once they enter this enchanting garden, they feel transformed back into persons of serenity, peace, and happiness in an instant. On whatever account they are afflicted with despair and lamentation, once devas step inside Nandavana garden, they get absorbed in pleasures. As the morning dew and mist evaporate at the touch of the rays of the rising sun, as the flame of the oil lamp flickers and dies out through a strongest of wind, the worries of the dying devas are laid to rest. A saying has come into existence thus: he who had not been to Nandavana garden, where all the best sensual pleasures of the world converge, cannot understand the real worldly happiness. Such is the attraction of Nandavana garden to all worldlings. In the exposition of Veranjakanda in the Vinaya Sarata Dipani, Volume 1, is given the following description. Nandava Garden of Tavatimsa covers the area of 60 yojanas in extent. It is splendidly decorated by celestial trees of 1,000 species.